I'm here with Jo Barry.
Employee. I am the project leader for the Ashley Creel Youth Leadership Development Project.
Shireen Awad, who is the Dean of Students at Bethlehem Bible College. As it comes to the concept of forgiveness and of reconciliation, how would you frame your story?
October the 12th, a bomb went off at the Grand Hotel Brighton, and I woke up on the 12th to hear my sister ask me which hotel was Dad and our stepmother Sarah staying at. And I knew it was the Grand Hotel, and she said a bomb's gone off, and so that was the beginning of waiting for news. And my part of me also died in that bomb, the me that had no responsibilities and was living in peacetime, I suppose.
South Africa belongs to all people, whether it's black or whether it's white, it belongs to everybody. We just now need to think of ways in which we can facilitate that. Out of touch with reality and actually what's needed currently. A lot of young people kind of associated that with this whole thing of not only whitewashing the past, but kind of sweeping things under the rug. People associated reconciliation with a denial of the black experience and black pain. And it was, I must be honest with you, I wasn't surprised.
And so when I came back here, I came as someone who experienced freedom, who experienced even reconciliation, who experienced peace, coming to a country that lacks the three.
Maybe 3 months later, I was sharing a taxi with a stranger in London. That's a bit of a coincidence because the IRA just killed my father in a terrorist attack. And he said, my brother was in the IRA, and my brother was killed last year by a British soldier. And so we should have been enemies. We came from different sides. And yet we spoke in that taxi of a world where people didn't go and kill each other, where there was no enemy, and I dreamt of a vision of a peaceful world. That to me is peace, and it's about, I really see it's about moving from where we have the enemy and we're the bad tribe and we're the good tribe to actually seeing that there is no other. So I'm coming back to forgiveness now from that. So because what I've learned is when I really listen to Pat's story and empathise, then I get to the point of thinking, would I have done the same thing if I'd lived his life? And I really don't know. And with that recognition, actually, there is no other. I don't believe in the concept of the other anymore. I believe we're all wounded humans, like struggling with our circumstances and what happens to us. And it's very easy to point the finger and go, well, they're the bad guys, but there is no other. And we have to take back that projection. And so it's almost like when Pat and I together, we're rehumanising each other, and that helps others to take back the projection of their other and rehumanise that person or that community or that country.
The youth project focusing very much on fostering critical thinking amongst young people, but also giving them a space to engage with issues of the past and helping them to position themselves in the present and giving them the tools to think about the future and to see how they can get more involved in terms of active citizenry.
I was very much involved in women ministry. I wanted to show women that we can do something, that we can be part of the community, we can experience reconciliation and so on. So we decided that we will train women for 3 years. 3 years in reconciliation, to be able to stand for their rights, to stand for their views, and so on.
Reconciliation isn't a one-size-fits-all.
When we talk about reconciliation, it's not something that you just study at school. It's something that you practice.
I think that it's more complex, but I think that you can't say that because this works in this situation, it's going to work for all situations.